manipulate gravity to 0, you can basically do a lot of stuff. But people really disrespect her for being weak whenever she's actually pretty strong if you think about it. So, on to the hero versus villains. And that made well, I would just make it harder on Deku. He gets Mineta on his team against Todoroki and Bakugo. And, yeah. Let's just say Mineta is supposed to climb the wall, sneak in from the back, and get the bomb. Todoroki still freezes the entire building. Bakugo is running around looking for Deku, saying, "Ryu! I will beat you in this fight." In a fight. Then, the fight basically goes the same. Deku not really wanting to use his quirk because he's afraid he might hurt Kachan, as he calls him. Deku then finally uses his one for all quirk, punching Bakugo at 5%, with a little bit of his electricity in it, just enough to immobilize him, not bring down his systems, just his organ systems. So yeah. Deku then Mineta gets to the bomb. Well, didn't really get to touch it, but because Todoroki freezes him in ice, kicks him out of the window, falls, the ice breaks, Mineta is set free. He stays outside because he's too scared. I seriously hate Mineta, and I want to expel him so bad right now. Well, that's gonna be after the USJ, because he didn't really do anything. Okay. Deku then fights Todoroki. Basically, the same thing happens with what happened with Bakugo, except for Todoroki flinging ice at him. And I'm gonna have Deku do the thing where he says, "It's your quirk, not his," in canon at the festival. And yeah, Todoroki, a spark ignites within him. He uses fire, but still gets his butt beat, kicking around the building, and finally getting knocked out by the same way Deku immobilized Bakugo. Then Deku grabs the bomb. Hero team wins. Sorry, my throat hurts. How do people do it so long? The next time I'm bringing water. Meh. Deku, but now time for the USJ. Psych! The president, not the the president, vice president in the classroom are going to be vote. The cafeteria incident still happens with Deku flying up and yelling. That is just the press, and people vote for him. Deku votes for Ida, but everyone else votes for him. Mostly the girls. The boys mostly vote for themselves. All the girls vote for Deku because they have a crush on him. Yeah. Comment the ship. Deku fights. Deku not being as much as a coward this time. He's more brave in this scenario because he has a quirk. So he takes being the president, the the representative, there it is, not president, representative of the class. Deku, then the USJ. Deku has a sense of danger, and he doesn't really notice, but he tells Zara that he has a sense of danger, and Zara is like, probably just you, nothing serious. All the villains. Deku uses 10% of one fall, and goes around knocking people out with Izar, even though Izar told him to stay back with the other kids in 13. And now, the Nomu. Yeah, the worst villain ever. Well, the worst abomination ever. I still like the strength, but I like the body design, but not the face design. It basically just looks like Overhaul's minions, for crying out loud. Okay, now I'm done with that. Ida gets the pro heroes coming. All Might busts in as soon as Deku's about to fight the Nomu. The same thing happens with the Nomu and him in canon. Deku having to watch because All Might told him to. Then All Might sees that he can't really do anything, asks for Deku for his help. Deku fights and going into his Thunder Dragon mode instead of the normal Dragon mode that he usually stays in. And using the max percent of 1 for all he can use. He uses 15% because, well, 10% doesn't put any strain on him, but 15% does. Well, actually more like, I'm going to put it up to 20. So he uses 20% plus Thunder mode and fights the Nomu. Deku beating him senseless. And then Shigaraki tries destroying Deku. Well, disintegrating him. But Deku's just pure aura from the power he's producing blows Shigaraki away into Kyogiri. Then Overhaul comes in, kills the Nomu, tries to take back Eri. Deku saves Eri from him. The fight goes like in canon, with Overhaul absorbing the Nomu of all things, gaining a massive power-up, and going to the size of the final abomination he becomes in canon, and that basically goes the same. Just in the USJ. Deku saves Eri, and Eri starts calling him Papa, Papa, Papa. Deku, being annoyed by this, but also thinking how cute it is. But at the same time, he really wants to become her brother, and her to become his sister. So yeah. Deku then starts fighting. But not fighting, but the 2-week break still goes on. I don't know if I'm going too fast, but in the 2-week break, Deku spends time with Eri. Eri gets adopted into the Midoriya family. Now she's Eri Midoriya. And, well, because the teachers allowed it, Eri is staying at UA, being taught the kindergarten stuff that she couldn't get taught in canon. And, well, she is a prodigy. Let's just say that. She is a prodigy at this, so first week, she's already in 5th grade level. Yeah. Second week, she gets slowed down by 6th, 7th, and 8th grade stuff. yeah, that's how fast she is at learning. She's a very good prodigy. Deku tries to teach her how to use a quirk. He is successful at this. In the final week, she gets trained by Deku in how to control a quirk, so she doesn't hurt anyone like in canon, how she almost killed Deku. Yeah. Also, comment the ship. I really need a ship for this what if. I don't want to go with Ochako Uraka because, well, that's just too plain. I'm thinking of doing Momo, Yadarozu. I don't know if I said that correctly, but Deku then. Well, I'm gonna be leaving this off here. Have a good day, night, whatever time of day you're watching this, and I'll see you next time on What If Deku was the reincarnation of a thunder dragon. Bye!